Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. It's the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, so we are talking right now with Big Al McMordie from BigAl.com, who gave us an awesome winner in the wild card round with Minnesota. And Al McMordie, of course, is just coming off a very impressive win in the Hilton contest, the mini contest at the end of the NFL season, right? Al McMordie, tell us quickly about that. I'm very impressed by that.
Yeah, it was a nice win. You know, the Hilton, they've got the big contest, of course, which goes all 17 weeks, and then they have their mini contest for the last 3 weeks. So there's 1,727 people competing as, you know, in the mini contest as well. And I went 14-1 the last 3 weeks to snag the $15,000 prize. So it was a lot of fun.
Unbelievable. Congratulations. That's who we got giving us advice on this Pitt-Denver divisional round game. This is the game that Al McMordie chose to cover with us. Again, last week had an awesome call on Minnesota. This is a bit of a tricky one, though. Al McMordie, right now, the line I'm seeing is -6.5 and some sevens. Yesterday, it was 6 and 6.5, so Denver's been taking some money. Condition of Ben Roethlisberger still up in the air, as far as I know. I'm looking for information on that, but as far as I can tell, he's banged up, but might still play through it. And, of course, the other big news is that Peyton Manning back in at quarterback for Denver. You know, I guess it all hinges on Roethlisberger. Right now, though, you can get -6.5 or 7 market wide if you want either side. Why'd you pick this game, Al McMordie? What do you like here?
Well, and of course, the one thing we also need to bring up is Antonio Brown is really the big question mark, I think, for the Pittsburgh Steelers, because he has to go through the concussion protocol, and it's anyone's guess as to whether or not he's going to, you know, get on the field on Sunday. But, you know, for folks who watched our video last week on the Minnesota Vikings, this might be a little bit of deja vu. You know, these two teams met 4 weeks ago in Pittsburgh, and the Steelers came away with a comeback 34-27 victory. But you know what they say about paybacks. We're going to kind of look at the same angle I used last week against, you know, the Seattle Seahawks when we took Minnesota plus the points. You know, Denver's playing this game with revenge, and they gave up 34 points in that defeat earlier this season to Pittsburgh. But teams in the NFL playoffs that lost earlier in the year and gave up 28 or more points, those teams are now 56-37 ATS, including 22-3 against the spread if they failed to cover the spread in their previous game. And Denver did fail to cover the spread in their last regular season game versus the Chargers. They won by 7, and they were favored by double digits in that game. So that's one reason I really like Denver in this spot minus the points. The other one is that this is going to be Pittsburgh's 4th straight road game. They played last week at Cincinnati. They played their last 2 regular season games on the road against Baltimore and Cleveland. And it's never good when a team in the playoffs is on its 3rd straight road game, not to mention its 4th straight road game. And teams playing their 3rd straight road game going all the way back to 1980 in the playoffs, these teams have covered just 4 of 23 when priced from +5.5 to +9.5 points. So there's another reason to go against the Steelers here. Finally, as I mentioned, Denver didn't cover its last regular season game against San Diego. Its previous game to that was also at home. They were favored. They failed to cover that game as well. And home favorites off back-to-back point spread losses as a home favorite. Those teams are 23-9 against the spread the last 36 years, including 5-1 in the playoffs. Too many question marks on the side of the Steelers. I'm going to take Denver minus the points.
All right. Comprehensive analysis, as always, Al McMordie. Right now, 6.5 is available. We'll see where this line closes, what the status of Roethlisberger winds up being. But right now, Al McMordie recommending a play on the Broncos, -6.5. Of course, Al McMordie's website is BigAl.com. Al McMordie coming off his win in the Hilton mini contest. Al McMordie, tell us about your website.
Well, we also won our 5-star NFL Game of the Year last week on the Cincinnati Bengals. It's been really a terrific run for us, not just the last 3 weeks of the regular season to win the Hilton contest, but also we're now 60-36, our last 96 in football. We're 56-27, our last 83 in basketball. And folks can go to BigAl.com and click on Picks for Sale to get all of my top selections. We'll have 5 plays this upcoming weekend in NFL football. We'll have, of course, basketball virtually every day. And then folks can also get complimentary winners every day at the website. Not just 1 free play. We give you 4 free plays, 2 from myself, 1 from Larry Ness, 1 from Scott Spreitzer. Just go to BigAl.com and you can click on free picks, or you can go to the homepage to get Larry and Scott's free winners. And finally, you can get winning selections from 16 handicappers every day on the Picks for Sale page.
That's all awesome, Al. Thanks so much once again.
Thanks, Peter.